Alright guys, and welcome to another surprise addition to the Totally Clueless Oktoberfest 2017. Again, this isn't actually a beer that's labelled as an Oktoberfest, but it is a fest beer all the same. So today we've got an actual German one, and picked this up from Aldi. It's a little past its best. Best before date is the 30th of the 6th, 2018. But with a beer, well, beers like this in general, you don't need to have them stupidly fresh for them to be nice. And yeah, so this is the VolksfestBier, which is coming from Schwaben Bräu. So yeah, so this particularly tasty festival beer, beautiful description there, is brewed especially for the Cannstatter Volksfest in Stuttgart, South Germany. This seasonal specialty is bright golden in colour and has less bitter than traditional German pilsners. So this is clocking in at 5.3%. And Schwaben Bräu, I'm not too sure if I've actually ever seen this brewery in Germany. It's weird, isn't it, how you can get like beers brewed in Germany for the British market, and you don't really see that brewery too much back in Germany. What you'd expect in terms of the artwork, very traditional, very German. Got lovely illustration there, and as you can see in another location, because everyone's asleep upstairs, and I tried to record this one, but I got interrupted. Surprise installment, I must admit. I thought I'd really... Anyway, so without any further ado, let's get this one opened and see what we get. There we go, pop a top. Using my, it's kind of a Stein, so yeah, I thought it'd be a fitting vessel for a fest beer. And carbonation is pretty aggressive on this one. Don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, what you'd expect. Pale golden colour, lovely clarity, straw-like in appearance. Beer poured with just shy of 3 fingers worth of a white foamy head. It seems to be standing its ground. But yeah, certainly a lovely looking beer nonetheless. So let's see what we get on the aroma then. It's got that sort of like damp, musky, crispy, malty backbone to it. Maybe a little hint of like a white bread. Yeah, that slight funky, almost sourdough dankness is coming out in this one. A little bit sweet, getting all over my nose. It's crisp, it's refreshing, it's quite light in terms of its aroma. Malty for sure, with like a very slight honey-like sweetness, and then this like slight lemony, spicy hop character coming through. Yeah, it doesn't smell too bad, to be honest, so let's see what it tastes like. Prost! Don't know what happened to my voice then. That's a really nice, simple sort of fest beer. It is more towards the like regular sort of Helles lager, I'd say, with maybe a slight more spiciness to it. It's got that sort of like, and I don't mean to sound too negative here, but it's got that like slight cheapness that you get with some of the imported European lagers, or some of those like German pilsners and Helles beers that are brewed specifically for the UK market. Not too sweet on the flavour. It is more about that crisp, biscuity malt character. There's like this slight funky taste or flavour that lingers, especially on the back end. Lovely hot bitterness on the back end though, I will say that. The carbonation is nice and prickly. It's sort of like, I don't know, it's damn sessionable. It really, really is. So easy to drink. light to medium mouthfeel to it, not too watery or light in the body. So it's got like that satisfying crispness, and yeah, you could see yourself sitting there with a big stein of this one. Maybe a little bit colder than I've got it now. Lifted out of the fridge about 1.5 hours ago. It's still like retaining that like coolness, so it's not like room temperature, it's not a warm beer. I don't think this will be a very satisfying beer at all if you were to have it like at just complete room temperature. But at the same time, I don't think you get all of those flavours if you were to have it ice cold, but it would probably be a lot more drinkable that way. And the alcohol, as you'd expect, masked beautifully. It's another classic, German fest beer, built for its purpose. It's going to complement all of those festival-related foods, very traditional German cuisine. You could have this with something like a ham sandwich, cheese and ham sandwich, that sort of thing. Those flavours in the beer are a little bit muted. It's not the most exciting beer in the world that I've had, but it's reminding me of my time in Germany. So there's like this sort of like sentimental aspect to the beer for me personally. But yeah, I think I paid about £1.20 for this in Aldi. And you know what? It's worth every penny. It really, really is. Has it been the best beer that I've tried for this Oktoberfest series? By far the best. But it's also, I don't know, it's sort of just like middle of the road in all aspects, to be honest. It's not exactly the greatest example of German brewing, but it's definitely got that quality that you will expect from a German brew. The more I'm drinking it now, the more I'm getting you get a hit of zestiness, and then that maltiness comes through. But it's not overly zesty or citrusy. And you know what? For a beer that's about 3 or 4 months past its best, it's still drinking damn good. It really, really is. You could get yourself, as most of these beers, you could get yourself into quite a lot of trouble with this one. But yeah, if any of my potential German viewers could give me any information about this brewery, that'd be greatly appreciated. And yeah, I think a couple of their beers from Schwaben Bräu are here in the UK Aldi. I think they've got a Helles beer that they do. I'm sure it's the Schwaben Bräu, but it's a new brewery for me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah, I do apologise. But yeah, if any of my friends or people who are watching this have tried this one, then give me your thoughts and opinions on it. If I was to give it a rating then, I think I'd give this one, a very solid 7 out of 10. It's one that if I was in Aldi and I wanted a good German Helles beer, I'd probably, opt for this one, especially at like just over £1 or something that I paid for it. I mean, I think that's cheaper than Warsteiner that you can get over here, and then there's stuff like Perlenbacher beers as well, and we're starting to get a lot of good accessible German traditional brews here in the UK, and I'm all for it. After coming from Germany, where I'm surrounded by tradition and high quality brewing, to be able to get reliable beers that I don't have to go to like a specialty website or go to a specialty bottle shop. I know that I can get a good Pilsner in the supermarket, I can get a good German Helles beer in the supermarket, I can get a good German wheat beer if I was ever to drink a wheat beer for whatever reason in the supermarkets. And yeah, so yeah, not too many complaints for this one from me. So like I said, if you've tried it, give me your thoughts and opinions down below, and if you've tried anything else from this brewery, then give me some recommendations. So I think this is going to be the last video from my Oktoberfest series, because I'm pretty much cutting this fine with this one, because I'm recording this as the second to last video that I've recorded for the series, so would that be yesterday's video? Yeah, it's been quite a tight deadline towards the last few videos, but like I said, if I find any more beers that could fall into this category, if they're not like there's not one tomorrow, then I would probably do a little mini series or so, or just review them as of whenever I get my hands on them. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this series. It's been 2 or 3 months in the making, but as you can clearly tell, it just flowed beautifully. Went into directions that I didn't really want it to, but from the response that I've seen so far, people are enjoying these videos, and yeah, we're getting a lot of the Oktoberfest, the bigger ones in the UK. So I can highly recommend these beers, and they're not gonna, change your outlook on life. You're not gonna suddenly drop everything and move over to Germany. Well, you probably would do because they are pretty damn good. But if you want high quality German beer, then the Oktoberfest beers are steeped in tradition, and the beers themselves, they back it up really nicely. So it's been a rewarding series nonetheless. And I thank you guys from the bottom of my, well, what used to be my heart, for you sticking with me through it. So maybe I'll do this next year, who knows. And yeah, so if you've enjoyed this series, give me a big fat thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. What's some of your favourite Oktoberfest beers that I might have or might not have covered in this series. And yeah, thank you all for sticking with me. And I actually did a really quite fluent review, and then there's like 6 minutes of me talking nonsense, so ending on a high. Vielen Dank, and yeah, auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss.